This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
What is this? How'd you use that?
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Get used to this system. It's a little bit tough, the combat system. Electric module. Found a weapon special effect had an attach to a ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects, so use them wisely. Don't need to use it at the minute. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Remember to parry enemy attacks. Fuck. shit. Get him. Fallen enemy is going to be looted for healing items. Find a highlighted fallen enemy and press Y. Wow, I dodged it and still got hit. Oh shit. Not good. Definitely want to stay away from him. I need to get used to these damn controls. Shit, wrong button. Got him. Oh, cool, it's a big old open world game. You can save the game, which is good. Mostly health stuff. What are we missing under inventories? Top mod. What about guns? I thought I picked up an assault rifle. I must be wrong. Some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. Okay. Didn't drop anything. Got an upgrade point. Defeating enemies and completing quests will give you XP. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. You also get 1 point that you can use to unlock skills in the Wong Fu and perks menu. Go to the menu, press start. When you level up, you can increase your bit by 10. XXY. There's loads of stuff to do. Perks. It's a shit weapon. We scrap it or sell it. To learn the system really first. Look around.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Old World Claw Bar.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Got it.
Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
is. Any other places like that around? Just water.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
You absorb the Bioblob. These are points used to unlock mutations. You collect Bioblobs, defeat Morks, and finding containers in various places in the world. Use your Bioblobs to unlock special powers at any time. You've got 3 Bio points. Box over there. I'll look out for stuff like this. Shit.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and...
Found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some open new paths while others feature different rewards. Switch which mode to use. Left stick. RB. Alright, let's go.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go.
Perfectly counted enemy attack will stun them. A stunned enemy has stars circling above their head. After hitting the enemy again, you can launch up in the air pressing LB.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
To get my counters more on point.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Let's just see if there's anything up here first. Oh, it won't let us.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
By default, dialogues are set to advance from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want to manually advance the dialogue, you can change this setting. Okay, new quest. A new friend. This must be from the past if we're dressed like this.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Request glitter grass. The quests come in so fast. It'd be silly to do a video of every quest because some are completed within like fucking less than a minute.
You've found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Hey, the nono.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Enosculated pensai merge the nono with the tree.
Now that you've seen the nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Nice. So, time to leave.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Let's go. So we're outside now. The bunker. How do we look at our quests? Can't see anything. Go to the mutation to unlock your psi powers. Bio points. To use Moth Mouth, press the input you have bound ability or face an enemy. This will infect any small humanoid hit, or infected enemies will attack their allies instead of you. To use Vial, press down the input you have bound ability will make you shoot toxic slash in direction you are facing, inflicting damage to all enemies. Do Moth Mouth. To use Moth Mouth, press the input you have bound the ability to while facing an enemy. This will infect any small humanoid enemy hit while infected. Enemies will attack their allies instead. To use an ability, press the button it's bound to while holding L trigger. Cool. How do we get the quest up? I don't know why we can't see the mission.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
The adventure begins. Escape Bunker 101. So like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed that. If not, go fuck yourself. I'll see you in my next video.